Morning farmers, welcome again to Orbit Farm. Thank you very much for the likes and subscribing. Those people who are subscribing to the channel, it goes a long way to supporting what is an open farm, which I say it is a small scale farm. So today I decided that after we talked about the goats and sheep, today we're going to talk about the cattle that are found in Zimbabwe. In Zimbabwe, we have a wide range of cattle that are found, but I will hone on the ones that are really easily available um, in Zimbabwe. Why I say that the ones that are easily available is because some of them, no one really knows what we're doing now with our cattle. A lot of inbreeding, a lot of mixed breeds are now popping up around. But I would try to also give you a rough estimate of how much you'd roughly pay for each of these cattle that I'm going to talk about. And these are things which are easily available in Zimbabwe. So as I said, everything I'm saying is what can be found easily and available. The Hardmashona type. We have the Hardmashona type, which is more of the hardiest cattle that is found in Zimbabwe. This is found everywhere. This is one of those few cattle that if you really go look for it, you will find in Zimbabwe. Anyone will have it, but they do not gain, they are not big. They can be big framed depending on the Hardmashona types that are available. If you find a Hardmashona type, your advantage is they're very hardy, they're very resistant to a lot of diseases that affect a lot of our cattle here in Zimbabwe. They have got a very long lifespan as they also stay quite long. If they get good feed and they're in a place whereby they're getting all the nutrients they have, a Hardmashona cow will probably start giving birth after 3 years. After 3 years, the cow will start producing kidding. If you do it very well, you could probably say every year, and then after every second, for the first two calvings, you would have first year, second year, then it will skip a year before it starts calving again. So this is one of those things, but these are things that I say come back to your management. Management of cows, it's not that difficult, but it needs someone who at least understands how cattle are. If this cow now needs to go to the bull, this cow needs to graze so that it gains weight. Due to the fact that our cows are always mixed and with our bulls and all the time, it also then makes it very difficult for it to go on heat, or I can't say on heat, but to actually produce calves, due to the fact that one, not only will it be competing with the other cattle, but at the same time you also need to also be doing calf management to make sure that at a certain age you are taking the calf away from the mother, and making sure that the calf also makes sure that it grows without any hindrance. So that's why I say at least 3 years before it starts producing your first kid for Hardmashona. But they are very resilient, very good. Anything between 200 kg to about 250 kg at maturity age. That's the how many kgs you're going to get. Roughly, these cows in Zimbabwe right now are going anything between 250 to about $500, depending now who you find. But 250, you will get probably a cow which is already at a position whereby it can give birth. So 250, and also depends on the area. Here in Zimbabwe right now, we also have a problem of there is a lot of diseases which are right now we're on the January disease mode. So therefore it's going to be very difficult for you to know when to move your cows. So but you need to make sure that before you purchase them, is the place in a green zone or is it in a red zone before you purchase the cow. But Hardmashona, you're looking, those are the weights that they will produce for you. Thank you. The next cow that I'm going to talk about is the Brahman. The Brahman, very big cows. They really put on good weight. As for me, this is something that I'm also trying. I actually put a pure Brahman heifer. So hopefully in the next 2 years it will give us our first kids from the Brahman type. These are big cows. They are hardy, yes, but also have when it's drought, they will struggle a bit, but they are still very hardy and will do well even in when there's not enough grass. The thing is that cows, if you're not, if you can afford, supplement. If you can't, just make sure that the person who's taking care of them actually does a lot of work and makes sure that they try to look for grass for them. As I said, I want to do it as original as possible. Purchasing of cattle feed, it's not cheap. It's probably $25 a kg, $25 per 50 kg, if I remember well. And when you have so many cows, it becomes very expensive. So you will need to do things like maputi, which you will get at the places where they pop the maputi acho. You can get them, the ones which they call waste. And you can feed them during the dry spell. Molasses will help. But as I said, Brahmans really grow to become very big animals. And when I say big, they are anything between you can get them anything between 300 to 400, even 500 kgs. As I said, it also depends on how they're eating and how they're surviving. So Brahmans, it's another good bunch cow that to have. This is normally this is a South African breed, but heavily found here in Zimbabwe. They're not difficult to find. You automatically notice with the hump on their back. That's the major significant feature of them that you will have. You're spending anything between 500 for a calf. For a heifer, you're probably going to get anything between 300 to $500. Then after that, for the pure, the people who are selling pure, you're looking at probably 1,000 to 1,800 plus. These are the cows which are market. Trust me, there is market for meat. Butchers, people who are doing the cow, people who are actually struggling to find, who are starting off, are actually struggling to find cattle to do this farming. So those ones. Another place I'd say, check on Facebook. There is the Brahman Association of Zimbabwe. They will have, that's a place where I can say is reputable, whereby if you want cows with papers, you can go there. If you want to buy good Brahmans, and if you have someone who understands Brahman, tell them to go to CC Sales. That's another place I can advise you to check on. CC Sales of Zimbabwe, when they do their sales, they normally do have, there's actually also, I think, a time when they actually just have a Brahman sale. So that is, I think, all I can talk about Brahman.